Alright, I think we're about there. Okay. Well, welcome everyone who tunes in. I am Pyschogambitable and we are starting Final Fantasy II this week. Or this weekend, I should say. Before we actually dive on in, I am going to talk a little bit about this game because it is one that I think gets unfairly scored in the larger run of Final Fantasies. This is one of, I won't say it's not definitely not in the top 3, but it's definitely in the top 5 for me. I actually really like this Final Fantasy. And I think part of the reason it gets the I won't say hatred, but the unfair judgment that it does, partially due to the release order of Final Fantasy in North America. So most people know that Final Fantasy first was released as the original Final Fantasy 1 NES version, at least in North America. Final Fantasy 2, the North American release, was actually Final Fantasy 4, which again is a lot more common knowledge. And then, of course, Final Fantasy 3 is actually Final Fantasy 6, and that's sort of the original releases. So Final Fantasy 2, the actual Final Fantasy 2, didn't make it to North America until 2003, specifically April 8th, 2003. And that's important to note because that is after Final Fantasy 10 and the original PC release of Final Fantasy 11. So it didn't get its debut into North America, at least not in terms of like the official translation, until after much later games that have more or less cemented the Final Fantasy gameplay style, especially in terms of leveling, combat, all that. So I think when it came down to it, when people were going back to games and going back and getting Origins and playing Origins, with one they were already familiar with because of the NES originally release, but 2 felt probably like a really huge step backwards because it has a very different leveling system. That's actually something I really appreciate with all the Final Fantasies is no 2 Final Fantasies are the same in terms of and like I'm sure there's gonna be a lot of people who say no, every Final Fantasy is the same game. It's just you play through the game, you play combat, you level, but there are distinct differences between each ones drastically with the original pixel versions. With Final Fantasy 1, you get sort of your basic leveling system. Each level you go up, certain points of your XP are spent raising your HP or your strength, and it kind of varies depending on the level you're at. But then with Final Fantasy 2, instead of doing a straight up leveling system in that regard where some levels you get HP, some levels I should say every level you get HP, but some levels you get more HP and more magic in some, and then strength in others. For you to raise your HP, your strength, your abilities with certain weapons, your magic, you actually need to use those. So if you want your HP to go up, you need to get hit and take damage. If you want your magic to go up, you need to use your magic. You want to be better with axes, you need to use axes. So that's where it kind of is a little bit of a weird departure from the traditional Final Fantasies in terms of leveling. And I always thought that was really neat. It confused the heck out of me the first time I played it, but I thought it was a very neat change. And again, I'm not someone who started off with all the Final Fantasies. Like I didn't play 1 when it first came out. I didn't play the first one I played was 9. And then I kind of backtracked from there. But I tried to, like, as I got into playing all the Final Fantasies, like, that was one where I was like, oh, this is actually a really neat change. But I can see that not being for everyone. Especially when you're someone who's played Final Fantasies over and over, and like various Final Fantasies, and this is the one that has that huge kind of change in terms of how it levels. Every other Final Fantasy since then, while the combat and leveling system are generally similar, it's the jobs and the way that the combat works that has changed. So that's where I think Final Fantasy II, it does have a little bit of a simplistic story to it, which I think also some people are like, what the heck. But I would still say it is an improvement to 1. My biggest complaint always with 1 is that you have one character in the game who gives you hints. So whenever you get stuck, you need to travel back to Cornelia and talk to this dancing girl. And you don't know about her unless you talk to the Chancellor after rescuing Sarah. If you do not talk to him, you wouldn't know about the dancing girl. You might not ever know about the dancing girl. With Final Fantasy II, it introduces a new mechanic, which I'll go into once we actually see it, which I thought was miles above having to find this dancing girl. But yeah, so that's sort of the history, at least with terms of Final Fantasy. I'm hoping, I should say with Final Fantasy II. So my hope is that more people will come to appreciate Final Fantasy II for being better than what it usually gets scored as. Now, as I said, it's one of my top 5s. It's not going to be top 5 for everyone. It really isn't. I'm kind of a person who's like, I really like this game, and I like the weird games that nobody else seems to like, and that's quite all right. But now that we've gone through that, let's dive on in. We're gonna start another new game, and just like with our playthrough of 1, we need to name some characters. So let's start with the guys. And we'll get my good friend, my random name generator going here. Generate some names. Okay, so Firion is now Fenton. Capel. Or sorry, I should say Fenton Cappy. Guy is going to be Roger. His full last name is definitely not going to fit here. Nope, not Roget. It needs to be Roger. Sion. Which I think we saw only Roger Siri. Okay. And Leon, he is going to be Seawall Placey. Or Seawall Pass. Okay, so there's our 3 male guys. So let's go ahead and see what we got for Maria. Oh. Maria's name is going to be Faust Kasperick. Which is or Faust Casper, I should say. Which is very awkward because she and Leon are supposed to be brother and sister. Alright, so we got our random names for our characters. And let us go ahead and dive in to the start of the game. A long-lived peace. Is at an end. Oh no! The Emperor Palamisia has called forth monsters and has begun his campaign for world conquest. I'm just remembering how fast the text actually scrolls through at the start here. A rebel army arose in the kingdom of Fynn to thwart the Emperor's plans. Oh goodness. No dramatic reading here. But the rebels' castle fell to an all-out assault by the Empire. Yeah, I am not clicking anything. This is just how fast the pixel remaster goes at the start here. Left with little choice, the rebels withdrew to the remote town of Altair. Four youths from Fynn also found themselves fleeing the Imperial forces. They had lost their parents at the hands of the Empire. But their escape wasn't over. And I can just go ahead and let these guys pretty well just end up dying because, as you see, no damage is being taken. There goes Fenton, there goes Faust, and Roger, and Seawall. Will he live? He will. I sense a strong life force within him. I don't know if Minwu's a guy or not. He should regain consciousness soon. We found him like this on the escape from Finn, fallen from terrible wounds. By the time we brought him here, I feared it was already too late. His life is not in danger. This sigil will strengthen his life force. We should let him rest now. Of course. We'd best be off to the meeting. I imagine they're already waiting for us. If the Empire is allowed to complete the dreadnought they're building in Bafsk, their attack will begin in earnest. We cannot sit idly by and watch. We must act. Where am I? Sewell Plass. Faust Casper. Roger Siri. Where are you? Oh, there they are. Fenton Cap, you're alive. I thought you'd... I'm found, Faust Casper. You seem alright too, Roger. I'm just gonna stop calling them by the last names. But wait, where's Sewell? Princess of Finn save us. But Sewell, not here. I see. Don't worry, I'm sure he's okay. Can we just, again, appreciate the music of Final Fantasy? So you've gained your strength. Very good. Your life force is strong indeed. It was you who saved us, wasn't it? Thank you. Forgive me, Your Highness, but there is something I must ask of you. Please, let us join the rebel army. I can never allow such a thing. You know nothing of battle. You would only be throwing your lives away. You should return to your homes. But we have no homes. Not anymore. The Imperials attacked and our parents... I am truly sorry, but that changes nothing. I cannot permit you to join our army. If you know where else to go, you're welcome to stay here in Altair. If you know our password, you should be able to live here well enough. The password is Wild Rose. Remember it well. I will. So this is where things differ from Final Fantasy 1. Now you get to learn keywords, and you can ask about them to pretty well anyone of importance in the game. Random NPCs you might not get the chance to ask, but pretty well there's at least one character in every area that you can ask, and they can give you more information if they know. So Wild Rose is not going to work on all characters in the game, but certain words will, so you don't have to keep going back to the start to get a hint as to where you go next. And that's where I think this one kind of goes above Final Fantasy 1. Let's go ahead and ask Wild Rose. The Wild Rose is the insignia of Kingdom of Finn. It represents our hope for a flourishing future of strength and beauty. But what will become of Finn now? I've heard that the Empire's captives suffer there in confinement even as we speak. Faust, your brother Sewell, is missing, is he not? It's possible that he's being held in Finn as well. But Finn is far too dangerous to travel to now. The Emperor's beasts still stalk the streets. Gaining entrance to the city will not be easy. The man at my right is Minwu. Oh, he is a man, okay. The white wizard who tended to your wounds. Speak with him before you leave. He may be of some assistance. Okie dokes. Yep, I know how to play game. Hi, Minwu. I see your destiny clearly. The future it holds seems closely entwined with my own. You'll begin by journeying to Finn. That is the first step toward realizing your fate. You've wasted no time using the password. Heed well the information it will bring you. You can learn much of value by listening. I offer you one more bit of advice before you depart for Finn. Those who have fallen in battle can be revived at a sanctuary. Should one of you fall before you reach Finn, go without hesitation to the nearest sanctuary. Okay, so he has nothing else to tell us. And here we get the NPCs who you can't ask. So like these guards here. The port of Halloum lies not far east of here, but a lake separates us, so you won't be able to reach the town without a canoe. What about this guy? Heading to Finn, are we? It's not my place to tell you what to do, but I'd reconsider if I were you. It's a dangerous place to be, you see? The city is crawling with the Empire's monsters. To the north lies a small village called Gatria. Judging by the look of you, you'd be lucky to make it that far. Before you go anywhere, I suggest you visit the room with the sigil that saved your life. There you'll find people who can teach you a thing or two about adventuring. I think you're going to need all the advice they can spare. Well, fuck you too. This is the Rebel Army's war room. Oh, you guys say the same thing. Okay. So we're going to heed the old man's advice and go up here. And now all of a sudden it's crowded by old men. Would you like to hear about monsters? No, I know about monsters. No. Do any of you actually have anything of importance in here? A thing or two about weapons? Nope. Nope. Sure, let's go ahead. Skill levels can be divided into two broad categories, weapon skills and magic skills. But wait, there's more. Weapon skill levels are divided by weapon types, such as swords and axes. Similarly, magic skills are divided by spells. Spells like Cure and Fire each have their own skill level. Attacking with a given type of weapon improves the corresponding weapon skill. As your skill levels rise, your attack and accuracy with those types of weapons will likewise improve. Casting a given spell improves the corresponding magic skill. Spells become more powerful and effective as their skill levels rise. Yes. There are four types of armor: shields, helm, good list. Shields, helms, body armor, and gloves. Shields are equipped in the same fashion as one-handed weapons, in either the right hand or the left. Since wearing a shield only requires one hand, you can also equip any one-handed weapon along with it. Should you choose, you can equip two shields, one in each hand. This makes you attack empty-handed, however. Helms are equipped on the head, gloves on the hands and forearms, and body armor, of course, on the body. Provided you can afford it, you should always keep your party protected with good armor. Okay. No. No. Okay. Actually, yes, key terms. In the course of conversation with someone, a particularly important word may come up. When this happens, three commands will appear: ask, learn, and key items. Select learn to commit the key term to memory. You can use ask to ask people about any key terms you've learned. Keep in mind that only certain words can be learned in this way. To show someone an item from your inventory, select key items. When you learn new words or find rare items, you should ask people about the words or show them what you found. So we got a little blurb about everything. Let's explore the castle a little bit. Hello. Oh. His Majesty was grievously wounded in the flight from Finn. He's been resting here for some time now. Okay, so he says the same thing. Anything in here? I don't remember which games actually start hiding stuff around, but an arrow struck me in the back during the battle, leaving me in this state. Perhaps I really have grown old. My daughter Hilda now serves as regent. You should speak with her. I already have. I was hoping I could talk to you when you tell me stuff. Again, they did such a good job with the music for the remaster. You're in the rebel hideout in the town of Altir. Okay. Gordon, the Prince of Kashwan, is hiding out here in Altair. I don't know what happened, but something has made him lose faith in himself. Got a potion. Anything else of importance in here? Princess Hilda fled here from Finn when Finn was sacked. She's doing a remarkable job. She's doing a remarkable job of leading the rebel army while His Majesty recovers. I'm Paul, greatest thief in all the world. They've yet to invent the loot I can't burgle or steal. Imperial coffers have kept my purse fat with gil lately. I never steal from the rebels, you can be sure of that. My home was in Finn too. Can't even go home now that the Empire has occupied the city. So he has got nothing we can learn. What about you? This is the town of Altair. The Imperial forces have been deployed this far out. Haven't been deployed this far out yet. I suppose it's only a matter of time, though. Okay, so let's actually take a look and see what we've got. He's got a broadsword, she's got a bow, he's got an axe. Okay, so we're pretty good for at least having equipment to start. The bold, the fellow over in the weapon shop there is one fine blacksmith. I think something's been bothering him lately, though. Okay, give me a second and we'll talk. Paul's a skilled thief, but don't worry, you can trust him. He only steals from the Imperials. Okay. My name is Gordon. I was once the Prince of Kashwan. I'm nothing but a coward. When my brother Scott fell in battle, I abandoned my kingdom and fled here. Wild Rose? So you've asked to take up arms in the struggle? I'm so afraid Hilda will turn me away that I haven't even asked her. I've been stalling here. I'm just a spineless coward. Go ahead, laugh. I deserve it. Okay. We got his approval to laugh, so why not? Alright, let's get some magic. Get a fire tome, a cure tome. So unlike, of course, with Final Fantasy 1, where magic is restricted to the mages, anyone can learn magic. I typically kind of stick to Maria, or I guess Faust, learning magic. Or at least the white magic, just because with the bow, she's... I mean, you can technically swap out any magic you want. But at the start, she's sort of the weakest attacker. So it just makes more sense to have her kind of be the healer of the group. And then any one of these guys can also learn magic. So we'll go ahead and get a fire tome, and we'll give that to Fenton. So we just go here. We're going to use on Faust. And I'm not too worried about getting too much magic right now. I just want it to at the start because it's going to be handy to start leveling up their magic before we get to Finn. We will find a lot of the tomes in dungeons and around. So let's go ahead and start making our way. And we'll also start working on leveling some things up. So the first thing we're going to level up is HP. So we're going to go ahead and defend a little bit. We'll go ahead and put this on fast forward. Oop. Ah, the curse continues. Let's go ahead and we'll just do some that. Oh goodness, everyone's gonna... This is why you need to level up your weaponry as well. But getting hit is actually not that bad. So you can see, like, right there we have our level stats, at least for the weapons that we have. So we've got, for Fenton, we have the shield and sword leveling up. We have the bow leveling up for Faust, and Rogers has the axe. And we've already got an HP boost and a strength boost and a stamina boost. Perfect. You'll notice Fenton was the only one who did not. And of course the reason for that being is that he did not get hit. So we want him to get hit. But unlike, of course, with Final Fantasy 1, poison does not carry over into the overworld. So we actually don't have to worry too much about that. So we're going to do another round of letting them to get hit a little. In hopes of raising their defense a little bit, or HP a little bit more. Oh, and Faust actually recovered from her poison, which is great. So now let's go ahead and get their attack up. And let's hope Fenton actually gets his HP up a little bit too. Alright, we got some weaponry up, great. Faust also raised an HP again. Fenton did not, okay. Come on, Fenton. I'm not going too far because I am going to try and go and get some stuff as well. And she can actually go ahead and heal herself. He can defend for a turn. I forgot that I wanted to get Fenton attacked. Fenton, stop defending. Oh, hindsight. Let's go ahead and fend, see if they'll actually attack Fenton. No. Well, he's trying. He's very much trying to attack Fenton. There we go. Good job. You did it. So one thing you would have noticed in that fight, Fenton still is not raising HP. Good lord. Buddy. Is that when we use Cure, it said Cure 1. So unlike with Final Fantasy 1, where we had Cure, we had to buy Cure, Cura, Curaja, Curega, that sort of stuff. This is why we want to actually level up magic, because that's how we get to the stronger versions, essentially, of Cure, Fire, Thunder, that sort of stuff. So again, we're just going to go ahead and do a couple turns of defending to try and get some HP gains. I think from here, it should be good to start attacking. Let's go ahead and we'll use Cure on him. He can attack. And she can use Cure on herself. Why is Fenton not raising HP? He's getting attacked enough, that's for sure. Alright, you know what? Fenton, you get to, like, I'm gonna, like, almost let you die. that might trigger something here. Let's go ahead, defend. We'll just let everyone defend for a few turns, and we'll try and get Fenton to go up a level. I mean, he's very good at defending, I will say that much. Gosh, Lord, gosh, love, those goblins are definitely trying. Okay, this is getting a little ridiculous. Let's go ahead and yeah. That's just getting ridiculous. That's a little sad. Ah, piss. Oh well. Well, lost one up in strength. That's good. Yeah, let's do one more fight. And then we'll try and get some stuff. And the reason I want to do one more fight is I want to... Actually, we'll go until Faust runs out of magic. Because then we can go back, we can use the inn and recover everything, and that seems like the best move. So let's see. Aha! So, the other improvement from Final Fantasy II from 1 is that we can now, even with regular old fire, we can now target all enemies. So we don't need to have a Fyra level of fire in order for us to attack more than one target at the same time. Actually, Gatria might have an item store, so maybe okay to just go straight to Gatria. That's fine. Well, Fenton's MP went up, which is nice. It's still not an HP increase. That's alright. We'll work on that. Oh, his MP's going up quite a bit, which is pretty good. Let's see what Gatria has. Oh yeah, so yeah, we can just hang around Gotcha and then decide from there. How are we for Gil? 502? Okay, well, let's just a little bit more. And he's got 21 MP now, so... You know what, sure. Let's keep this up. Because Lord knows it's going to get more difficult later on to raise the, raise things up, so might as well. Hey, look at that. Fenton finally raised his HP. Good job. Great job, buddy. And there we go. Fire leveled up, so let's take him off fire duty. And have her use cure. Because his physical attack will need to kind of go up a bit now. So you can use cure on Roger. Actually, I think I know of a better way to get them some magic levels. Oh, that is not the story I wanted to go into. Where is it? Oh, it's not here. Okay, never mind. I thought I could get Blink this early, which is a great move to have. And makes raising your MP so easy for what character, because you can, every turn you could just have them using Blink, and then eventually their MP will just go up exponentially. That way that way you're not like wasting cure. I mean, technically you're still running out of MP, but you're just that way you're. It's kind of weird the way the system works, because it kind of like it's almost like the magic needs to work in order for it to count. So if you're healing someone who's not injured, it doesn't actually count, sort of thing. But here we got some 3 salesmen. Let's go ahead and just get a few potions. And you don't have anything I need right now. Oh, we do have Phoenix Downs, but I want... So no tents. I was hoping to get a tent. Well, we have an inn here, so it doesn't matter. Let's see what they've got for weaponry to see if I can get something better for everyone to start. Okay, nope, that's what everyone has. Can get everyone a hat. Can get her some armor. We can get everyone some gloves. I would say this is... Oh, and he can now carry 2 broadswords. But now we've got a little bit of extra armor. Good shopping spree for everyone. And based on that, I think I'm probably about ready to try going for Finn. Of course, the big thing with if you choose to have two weapons instead of a weapon and a shield, your defense obviously is going to go down, and it makes it so you can't really block as well. But you can now attack twice and potentially take out your enemy a lot quicker. So there are some benefits. Go ahead into the town of Finn. It's just as we heard. The city is crawling with Imperial soldiers. We have to be careful. Make sure not to get too close. There's not a whole lot we can do in Finn, because, as I said, there's a bunch of Imperial soldiers and there's a bunch of monsters all over the place. So for now, we're just going to make our way over here. And we want to be very careful about our boundaries, because otherwise we will accidentally leave the town. And we're going to go right into the bar here. And again, ignoring all these Imperials because they're not our friends. Whoa, where do you think you're going? Customers aren't allowed behind the counter. These Imperials are as ill-bred as they come. Wild Rose? Aha! You're with the rebels! You'll find a secret door in this wall. There's a wounded soldier back there. Go see if you can help him. What am I gonna do? I've had it with this place. You guys can take it from here. Don't let us down. Okay, bye. Does that mean I have to serve everyone? But yeah, Final Fantasy II has, of course, the hidden walls as well. So that's a new thing we're gonna be dealing with. Are you gonna turn me over to the Empire? At least have the decency to kill me first. I don't want them to take me alive. Wild Rose? So you're rebel soldiers, are you? My name is Scott. I'm a prince of Kashan. Prince Scott? We were told you fell in battle. Thank goodness you're still alive. I am, but not for much longer. I'm afraid I must ask a favor of you. There's something you must tell my brother, Gordon. Tell him I know he has great strength. He must learn to have more faith in himself. I also have a message for the king. Tell him the reason Finn fell so quickly is that Count Borgen betrayed us. He's been made a general in the Imperial Army. There's one more thing. Tell Hilda that I love her. Oh, no. No, don't deliver that last message. The confessions of a dying man, that would only bring her pain. My brother, Sewell. Have you heard of him? I am sorry, but I have not. I wish I could be of more help. Here, I want you to take my ring. I'm sure it will be of use. Maybe it's all this talking, but I've grown extremely tired. If you excuse me, I just need to rest. Just for a little while. That thud did nothing to make this scene retain its serious note. We obtained Scott's ring. Hooray! And we can go ahead and run away. I can avoid all these dudes. And now we can just Go that way. The very first time that I played Final Fantasy II, I walked straight up to that knight as soon as I went into Finn, and I spoke to him, and I ended up having to restart the game because I did not save before that point. Which is why I now spend some time exploring the countryside, getting some levels, or I should say, getting some skills, so that way I can survive battles. And I know better than to talk to the soldiers in Finn. I pretty well keep these guys with the weapons that they have right from the start. Roger, I sometimes swap out. I think I gave him maces last time just because overall the maces were stronger than the axe. But everyone else, Fenton, I usually keep with swords. Maria, I'd keep on bow. Just again, because she's mostly the magic user. Alright, talking to you, but let's talk to you now. Kashan, nothing but a coward. Ring. That ring. It's my brother's. He really said all those things about me? You tell me something different? No, you don't. Okay. Alright. Actually, before we talk to Hilda, let's see if her father has anything to say to us now that we've proven ourselves. Hi! No, you don't. Okay. Hi. My password is Wild Rose. Remember that well. Okay, well, ring. That ring belonged to Scott. Is he alive? Oh, see about that. He gave us this ring in Finn, just before he lost the last of his strength. Did he say anything? No, nothing. Your Highness, please. The ring belongs with you. No, keep it. It suits a personage of courage. You infiltrated Finn and returned to tell the tale. You've proven yourselves quite capable. It would seem I underestimated your strength. I cannot talk tonight. I would have you lend that strength to our cause. This is a magic metal known as mithril, or there is a magic metal known as mithril, and we need strong warriors if we are to obtain it. Alright, mithril. We lost Finn because we were ill-equipped. The Empire fought with weapons and armor made of mithril. I've tried Joseph, a man living in Salamand, with the task of finding a source of mithril. I do not know the cause, but we've been out of contact with him for some time now. Would you go with Minmu to Salamand to look into this? And of course. Hello. I heard His Highness's words and have waited here for you since. To reach Salamand, we must first pass through the port town of Palum. Take my canoe and let us be on our way. Minmu, join the party! You obtained the canoe! Hooray! Okay, what do you have to say now? Off to Solomon now, are we? Go east of the port city of Palum and take a ship from there. Looks like you can never make it that far on foot. Excuse you. I have been to Finn. I didn't get caught by a single guard. And you are still being an ass. That's not very nice. I don't think these guys, have anything else for me right now. Nope, you got about the same. Maybe we should go ahead and get I think Minmu already has magic. But since we're going to water, we'll go ahead and get a thunder. And you know who can learn that thunder? Our good friend Faust here. Actually, let's check. Minmu? Yeah, Minmu has a bunch of spells. Okay. That's what I thought. That's what I remembered, at least. I could have sworn there were tents in Final Fantasy 2. Let me check. Double check. What do you have? Nope. No tent. And you? No tent. And you? Still no tent. Okay. Nope, I'm wrong. But this game is lovely in that it sells elixirs. Every other game, like, you have to find them. So it's just so nice to be able to just buy elixirs if you need them. Excuse me. Alright, well now that Finn is done, we've got Minwu. Let's go ahead and do another save. And we'll go head on up to Paloom. Alright, I mean, get attacked by goblins. I feel like I'm already getting lost. Do I use the canoe to... Oh, I do use the canoe to cross here. I thought so. I have a book with a map in it, too. Like, right to the to my left. It would be very, very easy for me to just pick up the book and look to make sure I'm going in the right direction. Alright, let's see here. Paloom! Ye folks wouldn't be looking to book passage on a ship, would ye? For just 32 guilds, I will see you safely to port. Poft. No, not yet. Yeah, my pirate accent is still awful. The Empire hasn't attacked Paloom or Poft, at least not yet. Well, a ship heading out of our little port will take you straight to Poft. Alright, and then what do you have? Same as the other guy, okay. Oh, shoot. I wanted to see. There's the magic store. What do you got to say? Bloom's a town of freedom. Want to settle down here with me, handsome? There's the Blink one. And we've got a whole bunch of other ones. Okay. Blink is great. Protect is great. There's one... now, I don't know if this is something that's changed between the original game and the Pixel Remaster, but there is one battle I distinctly remember, and I'm pretty sure it was in 2, that if you don't have Invis 2, your entire, like, it's a fight with Tiamat. And if you don't have Invis 2, Tiamat can just wipe your entire team out in one hit, no matter, like, what level you are. But if you cast Invis too, you like there's a greater chance of one or more characters surviving it. And I feel like it is too, but I can't quite remember. But I don't think it's in the Pixel Remaster because the last time I played through this, I definitely did not have I didn't see the attack come up. So it might only be on the maybe not so much on the PS version, but like basically in the original-ish versions. And the reason I'm just using Blink is because it's just a nice, easy thing that I can use. Actually, no. Now I think about it, I was just like, I should cast it one at a time, but they're gonna beat the thing before before I get a chance to get it off again. So let's just go ahead and just. I think for this next area, I'd like for most of the spells to be at least level 2 that I have. So we'll go ahead and start with Blink. And then we'll switch to Protect and then Thunder. Because all Fenton has is fire anyways, so. And his is already level 2, so that's fine. We're in the level grinding section of the story. So early in the game. There's the airship going by again. I'll say, like, I've played the new Chocobo Racing, and I do love how kind of a little meta it is, in that it, when you meet Sid, he references the fact that he's always kind of played by an old man. And I'm just like, this is great. I love this. Yay, Blink level up. Alright, so now we're done leveling Blink. Everyone could use a cure, so let's go ahead and do that. And see if we'll get that off before... Nope. At the very least, we have it set for the next fight. Oh, well, that didn't take very long, so that's cure set. And then protect we need to set up. And from there we can do pretty well. We can start with Thunder. Not bothering with Minwoo because his magic is already super strong. That's sort of the nice thing about us being gifted him is that he's got some pretty strong magic, but you don't want to rely on him because he's not a permanent member of the party. Oh, hello. Sorry, one of my supervisors has come for a visit. Hey, Zen. They were with me in here at the start, and then they left, but now he's licking a wall. Because he's a bunny, and that's what, I guess, is the most interesting thing in the world to him right now. It's the wall. What? There's, I need to like get a GoPro on them or something and just have bunny vision for you guys. Watch Zen get stuck in a drawer. Imagine we're probably getting close to Protect getting leveled up. No one desperately needs healing, so... Protect's not quite there yet. We might actually have to recover MP before... There we go. Alright, so now we can do Thunder. Because right now it does, like, nothing. Which is fine, because between the other three, they can get rid of the guys pretty quickly. Like, the main reason that I have Fenton have a fire spell is because I want to be able to level up his MP. Just because there's some spells later on that would be handy for more than one person to have. Cure, actually, I'm actually going to give to him as well. Just because then there's some bosses that are weaker to like certain magic, and so it'd be just helpful to have Faust and Fenton attack with magic. Roger is better for physical attacking, just straight up. I want to say he's not as equipped for magic, even right from the get-go. I've got one more Thunder left, and then I need to heal up. Ah, perfect. So let's go ahead and do a... Excuse you. I was in town, thank you very much. Actually, with this, we should be very close to leveling up Thunder, so I might be okay to just set sail. Yeah, we'll rest up. You know what? Yeah, let's see. I don't think there wasn't Blizzard here, was there? No, it's all white. Well, white magic. Okay. You know what? Yeah, I'll go back to. I'm gonna go back to Altair. Because then I can get Blizzard, and I'm gonna give that to Fenton. Okay. And I said I wanted Blizzard, so let's go ahead and do that. Items, use. Yes. There we go. Now Fenton knows Blizzard. So now we pretty well know every spell except for Shell, which is fine. There. I'm actually debating getting Shell now. You know what? Yeah, let's go ahead and get Shell. And we'll also give that one to Fenton, because he can use Shell, and then Faust can use Protect. And then we got all our bases covered in the first turn. Because I am just that indecisive about stuff. So we've done a little bit, so let's go ahead and save, because I am the type of person who is scared that I'm going to lose all my progress. So I'll start with leveling up Shell for him. She's good to keep with Thunder. Oh, and there's Thunder leveled up, so now she's actually good to switch to attacking. He did that. And he's not going to get off the shell before they're dead. Okay. Okay. What? I'm getting the stare down. It's not bedtime, bud. They just get very confused with me being in the office after work hours. To them, the office is the scary place where they get their nails trimmed. But they just have to look in and check in because they're my supervisors. Minru, the character who's not going to be staying with us the entire game is the one who's going to have the most HP. Because everyone attacks him. I'm hoping that's going to be the last shell that we need. Nope. Come on, I'd like to switch to Blizzard, thank you. Well, now I'm not going to be... well, that's definitely not the last shell. There we go. Okay, so now we can switch to Blizzard. Get that going. And she doesn't have anything level 1. No, she doesn't. Okay. So she's good to keep attacking. get so much gil for that one? Every other one gives me like 4 gil, and then all of a sudden that one sprinter had like 30 bucks on him. Uma's gonna be so freaking strong by the time he leaves us. Okay, you know what? I am gonna start getting Minwu to defend because I need Fenton to use his magic. So you keep using your magic, Fenton. Faust, you can attack. You two are too strong. Oh, hello, Fiver. And the other supervisors come to check on me. There we go. There's Blizzard. Alright, now we're good. Next thing to note is when your magic goes up a level, the amount of MP it costs to use it also increases. That should all be good. How are we getting for money? We've got tons of money. Let's get a Phoenix down. You were the one with Phoenix Downs, right? Yes, you were. Get 2 of those. And we're good. Hi. Yes, we are done. Just board the ship in front of town and off you go. I really need to work on pirate. I'm a horrible pirate. Oh, and it auto-sails for you, so you don't need to sail yourself. I think you do get to eventually, but for now you just get to. Enjoy the ride. Now we're in Puft. What does Puft have for us? This is the port of Puft. Salaman is to the north, and to our east is Bafsk. No, we are not going back to Paloom. I've made that mistake before. Oh, you heard to ride the airship? If you got the cash, there's no place I can't take you. Learn. If you want the airship, you gotta pay. You pay the guy behind me. Mithril? He doesn't know about it. Wild Rose doesn't know about it. Okay. Hi. Can I interest you folks in a ride on Sid's Pride and Joy, the only airship of its kind in all the world? No matter how far, we'll take you to your destination in the blink of an eye. Of course, transportation of this fine caliber comes at a cost. You interested? Nope. Baths, the city to our east, is under the control of the Empire. They're building something terrible there. Baths, the city to our east, is under building something. Okay. Okay, you guys all say the same thing? All of you? Every single... Yeah, not a original thought to be had in this bar. Okay. What about you? Yep, no. Okay. Well, it's worth checking. Hi. Have ye seen this airship? Belongs to a fellow named Sid who lives right here in Puft. He's the only one around who can fly it. What have we got? No, not the dagger. Mace. And we'll give that to him. Oh, wait, hang on. That's it. Okay, never mind. I bought that for nothing. I thought it was a better weapon. It is not. I really wish you could compare so you could see exactly what you were investing in with whom you want to invest it with. Let's see what you got for magic. I don't imagine you have anything more that I don't already have. Yep, you've got the same as Paloom. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and head on over to Salamand. And now we're in Salamand. Salamundo. Got a couple places we can check out in here. That is not where we want to be. But you know, this is a little empty. I love Joseph, but I know that if I'm around, I would just get in his way. Summit Falls is beyond the mountain range to the south of Salamand. That's where the Empire has been mining its mithril. Mithril, you say? The Empire has enslaved the men of Salamand and forced them to work in the cave at Summit Falls. Please, you have to help them. You have business with me? Mithril? Mithril? I haven't found it yet. I do have a few leads, but I don't plan on sharing what I do know with a bunch of perfect strangers. I'm gonna need you to do a little something to prove you are who you say you are. There's a bunch of people from Salamand who are being forced to work in the cave at Summit Falls. Rescue them and we'll talk. Wild Rose? You're here for Princess Hilda. A little short in the tooth, aren't you? You kids can't fool me. Okay, fine then. Let's see what you've got. Ooh, a bronze shield. We've got bronze stuff. Oh, it is tempting. I think I get some things out of the cave. I don't think Summit Falls is that bad. Longsword though, I would want. Let's go ahead and get that for Faust. The battle axe. I guess we're just forgoing. Let's forgo all shields and just attack. Why not? Yeah. A longsword, I'm pretty sure I can get one at the falls. We have our next stop on our journey is going to be Summit Falls, which is this way, if I'm remembering correctly. But we all know that I cannot. We really should not be trusting my memory. I should really be looking at a map. Worst case scenario, I get more money and then I come back and use the inn. Can you imagine how strong you must be in order to wield a battle axe one-handed? Ooh, Sasquatches. Ooh, these guys are tough. You can tell because I'm missing. Well, okay, never mind. Faust and Roger just suck. Let's go on a rowboat down the sea. Yep, I was right. This is the right way. Oh, that's a tough sprinter. It took 2 attacks. Alright, as per usual. Let's see what I've got in terms of options. So we can ignore this, what's up here right now. That's not relevant for what we're here for. Ooh, nice shot, Faust. I got some monies. And Minwu is still becoming nigh on invincible. Like, Minwu's on his way to being able to take over. Like, Princess better be careful. She may have to relinquish her crown to Minwu. Okay, what's on this floor? We've got 1 treasure there and 2 treasures up there. Okay, so we'll do up here first. Eye drops, cool. I thought for sure there's gonna be an iron sword in here. It has to be, or long sword, I should say. I'm not, based on the monsters we're running into, I'm not concerned about whatever's coming up. Options, options. Okay, that I think is the right way to go. What's in this door? Nothing. And this door? Also nothing. And lastly, this door? Nada. Darn. I thought there was at least a treasure chest somewhere in here. Actually, I shouldn't say there's nothing. There's apparently 6 goblins and a soldier. I don't understand how we missed that. Okay, what have we got down here? We've got a treasure chest over here and over there. Okay. Yeah, having 2 attacks definitely helps cut down when there's large groups. And that, I think, is something worthwhile. Nope, it was not. Just making sure that wasn't something that we'd be going down to. Nope. Nope. So this one. There we go. Help us, please. And you guys all say the same thing, don't you? Yes, you do. Hey, look who it is. Venting. It's you. I am glad you're here. I forgot what his voice is. This is Joseph's daughter, Nellie. I think that dastardly Borgen's been holding her hostage to threaten Joseph. Princess Hilda told you to bring her back some mithril, right? Well, that's normally where I step in. I figured out this was where the mithril was coming from, easy enough. So I thought I'd get the jump on you guys and nab the mithril before you could get here. Only I messed up and got caught. Me, of all people. Well, I know when I'm in over my head. So long. But don't worry, I'll take everyone here with me. Thanks for saving us. I owe you one. Okay, bye, Paul. It's nice seeing you. Oh, there we go. We got a fire tome. And let's go ahead and just give that to Faust. And she can go ahead and learn fire too. Or I guess work on learning fire too. Well, that worked out. Where do I want to go here? Okay, so nothing down there, nothing to them, so I just want to go up and around. Okay. That makes it nice and easy. Well then. Okay, so there's an item over there. Per usual, I'm going to check these two doors just to make sure. Ugh, slimes. Okay, everyone needs to use magic on them. Except for Roger, who doesn't know magic. Gosh darn slimes. You can defend. You know what? You only know white magic. Okay. Well, you can go ahead and use a cure. Why not? I thought Minwu knew all magics, but I was wrong. Yep. Kinda guessed that was coming. You know what? Yeah, let's have him cure. Actually, hang on. Oh, it doesn't let me search the other rooms like one does. It's learned. What can you do? Not really a whole lot, so you can use your hand and defend. Well then. Ooh, hello. How's everyone? Everyone's okay. Okay, let's do this. Rebels. Never thought I'd have to deal with your kind down here. Well, if you think you're going Mithro, you'd be right. My Mithro blade straight through your heart. Let's just go ahead and get that going. No one really desperately needs a heal right off the bat, so... Okay. So, the weaker blades are not strong enough, which is fine, because we have magic. let's go ahead and switch to that. And you can use a cure. It's because thunder does more than fire right now. Roger. Not helping. Let's go ahead and use Blink as well. What else can you do? Barrier. Nope. Life. Nope. Basuna. Nope. Okay. There we go. Hooray! You found me throwing a chest. But we're not down here. The honest audacity at the fact that I'm surprised that I got attacked by these guys. I'm not used to them hurting me. And I was completely wrong with the falls here. I thought that I would be getting a longsword out of this. But instead, all I got was a fire tome. It's not rewarding me for exploring very much. Memories are coming back to me about this turtle. Yep, Blizzard's the way to go. Oh, well, I guess it didn't matter. I was like, fairly certain Blizzard was the way to go with it. Teleport Tome. So the teleport is a double-edged sword of a spell. It allows you to escape from a dungeon, but it will leave you with 1 HP when you leave. Or sorry, I shouldn't say it leaves you with 1 HP. It takes off as much HP depending on which floor you're on. So if you're at the very end of a dungeon and you teleport, you could very well be left with like 1 HP. So handy, yes, but at the same time, like, use at your own risk, because if you don't make the right decision in terms of what you do as soon as you're out of the dungeon, you may find yourself in a hairy situation. And I would say with any Final Fantasy, it is almost worthwhile to make the trek backwards as much as you can, because that's just free XP and gil that you can use however you wish, so you don't have to level grind as much later or have to gil grind. Especially if the dungeons themselves aren't that huge. Like, I would say if I had a cottage, I probably would use teleport, because then I can just leave and use the cottage. In this regard, just because I'm not getting a whole lot of stuff out of these guys. But also, like, it's just, yeah, I'm just leveling. At this point, I'm just leveling up their attack, which will make battles down the line much easier. I think it's funny when the weaker weapon does more damage than the supposed stronger one. Oh, that's a pit. I'm just like, why can't I cross this river? It's not a stream, it is a pit. This way. No, not that way. This way and then that way. Yeah, goldfish memory. go. Now we're done there. Go back to Salamand. Yeah, I was expecting. I was like, there's a very good chance these guys aren't even gonna get an attack in before I beat them. Alright, as always, let's do a quick save now that we're here. And we'll go on in. Take the mithril to Altair and give it to the princess as soon as you can. I want to talk to all these peoples. Our husbands are back safe and sound, and we have you to thank for it. We thank you so much. We owe you our freedom to you. Oh, right. Since that did not have... Well, actually, you know what? I'm going to be getting better stuff in Altair now, so there's no point. There's no way to cross the snow on foot. You'll need a snowcraft. I heard that Joseph keeps his snowcraft hidden in the first floor of the cavern at Cement Falls. I seem to remember him saying something about a wall near Blue Stone, or something like that. Take it in here. Get in his way. Let's go talk to Joseph now. Hi. You better get that mithril back to Altair. Princess Hilda is waiting for you. Again, I completely changed his voice, but that's alright. Thanks for saving me. You're welcome, Nellie. So there is a very, very fun kind of Easter egg in 9 that references Joseph and Nellie. And I'm not going to say much more than that until certain events happen. But because I played to so long after 9, I didn't even make the connection when I first played through. Because I mean, I know 9 like the back of my hand. That's my favorite Final Fantasy. I've played it so many times. Like, I had the strategy guide for it. I know where all the chocobos have their treasures, and it's always been like, it's a big part of, like, you know, it's my favorite game. Like, hands down my favorite game. But so when I came around to actually playing Final Fantasy 2 for the very first time, meeting Joseph and Nellie, I didn't make the connection that these were the characters from the story that is told in Final Fantasy 9 by Ramu. Actually, I don't need to save yet. So I felt very silly when I finally made the connection. I think it was like when I was playing through 9 again after playing 2, and I was just like, wait, hold the phone. Is that the same Joseph who I go and bother like 90 times in Final Fantasy 2 because I forgot that I kept forgetting what I was doing? Pretty well, Joseph becomes the dwarves of Final Fantasy 2, where in Final Fantasy 1, I keep forgetting when I need to go back to the dwarves or when I need to go to the dwarves. When I'm playing through 2, I keep forgetting when I need to go back to Joseph. So I tend to keep going to Solomon and checking, and then it's like, nope, not yet. Okay. Hello. Yes, we'll go back to Paloom. After we fight the sprinter. But notice we had a nice, good amount of gil, which is great. Because we're going to need it now that we're delivering mithril to our friends here. Oh, no, we don't need to speak to the Paloom people. Nope. Gosh. Gosh darn it. Go down here. And these poor goblins. Like, we're gonna get jump on these people. And then, nope. One shot. So I think I can just take the Mithril straight to these guys. What could you want with me? I'm just an old man. Do you want this Mithril? That's Mithril. I've been waiting for the chance to work with this metal for as long as I can remember. Alright, leave the rest to me. Swords, armor, you name it, I'll start crafting. It's been too long since I let my hammer ring. And yet, we don't get anything for free. All that hard work, and we get nada. You can buy the equipment I made over at the shop counter. This'll keep my hands full, I tell ya. Well, what can I do for you? Nope. You are the one who sells the Mithril stuff. There we go. So we might as well go ahead and get a Mithril sword. A Mithril mace. I'm not gonna give Faust anything that's Mithril just because there's no point since she's going on. She's better off with the bow for now. No, you're fine. You're fine as is. And as her strength increases, I think her magic goes down, so you kind of want to balance that out a little bit. But yeah, no, this is what I want to see. And we're just going to get enough to equip our main guys, because there's no point in equipping Minwu with anything. Now we should be able to get one more glove. Yep. And there goes all our money. That's alright. Alrighty, so now we've got Mithril. We need to go talk to our friend here. I think the dreadnought is completed. It will unleash a horror the scale of which the world has never known. Please, you must destroy it before this is allowed to happen. I'm gonna join the rebel army and fight the Empire too. Cool. It's really easy. You just gotta infiltrate a town and then you're good to go. The Dark Knight overseeing the dreadnought's construction was most capable. Fortunate for us, he's tending to other matters now. The theft of the Mithril has likely knocked the Empire off balance. I would like you to journey to Bafsk. If we stop the dreadnought from being completed, this may be our only chance. Oh, if we're to stop. Dreadnought? We have a man in Bafsk. He's found a way to reach the dreadnought. I want you to destroy it. At the very least, find a way to delay its completion. I have full confidence that with you and Minwu on this task, it will be accomplished. Oh, so Minwu does come with us. Okay. And what do you have to say, old man? Yes, I can see it now. A great evil in the skies like rolling storm clouds. Pray you find cover when the storm breaks. Oh, so you're not going to insult me this time. Seems like every time I talk to that old man, he insults me. That was nice of him. We might as well heal up before we head on over to Bafsk. And if I'm not mistaken, I feel like the in-price scales depending on how injured you are. That I may be misremembering. Gordon, do you have anything new? So you really found some Mithril. You're certainly brave, I'll give you that. Next to you, I realize just how pathetic I am. The Dreadnought? Now you're off to destroy the Dreadnought? There has to be something I can do. If I were only half as strong as you. Airship? Nope. Nope. Okay, you have nothing else. Canoe? Will you do anything with the canoe? No? Okay. And there are two ways to get to Bafsk. One involves a lot of finagling. Well, not really finagling. A lot of fighting. Let's be honest here. And the other involves paying. Oh, he said done. Okay. I thought it was like out of money. He's like, no. I misread. The other involves paying Sid. He can fly us all the way over to Bafsk, so we don't have to take the long way around the mountains. But I don't mind taking the long way around the mountains, because then we get more abilities and more gil. Actually, at this point, it would be a good idea to start leveling up my attack magic. Some magic again. So I think we're gonna put. I'm gonna put them on that. Let's go ahead and start with the thunder. The Roger should also. Okay, he's starting to level up his stuff, so that's good. Especially since we've given Roger a new weapon, we should probably get that leveled up on him. There we go. And so there's a dreadnought right there, so it's not that far the way just to walk around the mountain. The airship's just faster. Now I think what Roger has there, I think that is a status ailment that carries over. I think it's a difference of venom and actually poison. Yep, there we go. So we can use Isuna to get rid of that. And now that we're at Bafsk, we can go ahead and save. And then get attacked by a vampire thorn. You'll need a pass to board the dreadnought. You're with the rebels, right? You've got to destroy the dreadnought. There's a rebel spy masquerading as an imperial soldier. If you can get to him, I'm sure he'll have some important information for you. What's this? Back to work. What could I say? If we finish even one day sooner, my glory will be exponentially greater. They're making us work like slaves. I hate that Borgin. Being used by a man like that really makes my blood boil. It's weird though. Can't you remember what things were like when the Dark Knight was command? General Borgin is not dealing with these peasants as he should be. Back to work. I swear, no one wants to work under General Borgin. That's the Dark Knight coming back. This rate, we're gonna fall behind schedule for sure. That's because General Borgin's a dick. Nobody likes him. That's our healing section. General Borgin took command of things in Bafsk a short while ago. Things have gotten much easier than they were under the Dark Knight. It's hard to believe a bumbling idiot like Borgin could become a general in the Imperial Army. Oops, you didn't hear that. Wild Rose? Ah, you're one of us! I had to be careful about what I did while the Dark Knight was here looking over my shoulder. But the great General Borgin is anything but. He's just a domineering blowhard. Dreadnought? Oh, so you're the ones who sent to destroy the Dreadnought. Don't worry, I'm on your side. There's an entrance to the sewers up ahead. It's a way back. It's a back way leading to the Dreadnought. Be careful. They see us talking. They may start to get suspicious. So I'm out of here. Good luck. Alrighty. So let's go ahead into the sewer. And there's incredibly epic music for a sewer to have. Oh no! Well, we'll just go ahead and work on leveling up magic, except that everyone's gonna kill everyone in one hit, which is fine. Ah, piss. That was... like, I'm pretty sure there's gonna be something up this way. Nope. That was the way to go. There's a longsword. Well, it's a little late. A little late now. I've got 2 Mithril swords. I think we're gonna finish the sewer, and that'll probably be it for tonight. It's because we got quite a bit done at the start here. And she already has a longbow, so no point in trading that in. Oh, there's fast thunder going up, which is great. And then there's no goodies until we reach the top. Okay. We can keep using that. Thunder is now 2, so let's go ahead and use fire. Oh, I was hoping. Oh, yay! I was hoping he'd get another fire off too, which he did. Oh, her magic is weaker. That's interesting. Oh, Fenton's fire went up, so he can switch to Blizzard now to get that up. I don't think there's a major fight at the end of this. If there is, I might be in a little bit of trouble, but eh. Worst case scenario, I can switch. I've got Minwoo who can heal, and then I can switch everyone else to just physical combat. Okay, that's Blizzard up. So you know what? Let's go ahead and raise his shell now. She can keep working on fire. Hello. You're too late. The dreadnought is complete. I've been working behind the scenes to see the project through to completion. End your resistance. Kneel before your emperor. It's the only alternative left to you. Consider what I've said. When the time comes, we will meet again. Looks like you came all this way for nothing. See for yourselves. And again, I completely forgot whatever voice I gave Bergen. There goes Poft. And there goes Altair. We're gonna go... You found a pass in the chest, which is great because we need that. And I don't think her fire went up. Did it go up? I don't remember. Is her fire gone up? It's almost there, but not quite. Now we can use this. Yes. And leave. The dreadnought! We're doomed! They finished the dreadnought. What we know is over. You have to tell Princess Childa that the dreadnought I'm pretty sure she's aware. Something tells me she is currently aware that the dreadnought has been completed. I don't know what it is, but... Let's just go ahead and heal. We'll do one more shopping trip to see if there's any spells we need, and then we will call it there for tonight. Thank you to everyone who tuned in. You can find me on Twitter, twitter.com/Pyschogambit. Not Gambitable, it is Pyschogambit. I have YouTube as well, and I would recommend keeping an eye on Twitter because I might make some slight changes to my schedule. Starting, not this weekend, but next weekend, I might add an extra day. I've been toying about adding Sunday there, but again, thank you guys so much, and I will see you tomorrow night where we will pick up again at 8 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. Actually, sorry, that I also might change. I might start it a little bit earlier depending on how my schedule is for tomorrow, but if it's as normal, there's going to be no updates on my Twitter, but if it is going to happen a little bit earlier, I will try and post something as soon as possible so I can get the word out. But yeah, so I will see you guys tomorrow for a continuation of Final Fantasy II.